this is why, Ben, I'm with you, man. This is why it's not bold. Because the Patriots will beat the Chiefs and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, making it the first time a rookie quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl.
You're crazy.
You guys heard it here first.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we on? I didn't even know. God bless.
You guys continue your Apex talk.
Oh, nah, bro. Nah, I've really been practicing on Apex, bro, and I'm really getting better. Getting back to what I used to do. So you better not quit on me now, bro, especially when I'm, on the come up.
No, I'll still play with you, bro. I ain't know how it is. Ain't no thing. I ain't gonna be no player hater.
Word. How y'all like the outfit? You like my outfit? Y'all call me, bro.
That's a W.
I'm on my BS today. You see, but y'all boys gonna be mad. If we say something about a power ranking, y'all finna be mad. That's all I'm gonna say.
Did we even?
Hey, I'm here.
Is that even on the dock?
Yes, we will get to that. But to start everything off, how's everybody doing today? Would like to welcome you guys again to another episode of Players Choice Gridiron. We are here with some nice takes and some psych takes, but you're gonna like them all though. Fluent. What's up today, bro? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm ready. I got a specific topic that I'm ready for.
Yo, that's Dr. Strange.
We go battle.
He just threw the Dr. Strange time. Ooh,
go battle.
Yo, Ben, what's up?
What's good? Good back. I'm back, man. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Back and he's better.
Zero.
I want you bad as ever. Baby, don't you let up. You know that song, bro?
Yeah. You singing that to your ex?
Who sings that?
Don't do that.
That's Bryson Tiller, but
Bryson Tiller.
I guess it's a cover by Dub Zero.
Don't. We good, bro.
And it's gonna be an interlude in the middle of the song, and it's gonna be Fluent giving you relationship advice.
Right. That's right.
We need those, bro. We need those always.
Oh man, Bama.
It's good, man. What's good with you, man? How you doing, bro?
Oh man, life is.
You my man's dog. How you doing, my boy?
Everything's smooth, bro.
Hey, likewise.
You feeling nice in that jersey? That jersey got you in your element.
Man, like it got me on my level, man. That junk got me spiked up how the boys from JSU was this past weekend. Like, I'm here with it. You see that elephant? We here all the way live this week. We all the way. I can't speak for too many college teams up in here, but we all the way live with it, like Uncle Luke.
Yeah, okay. So, our first topic, we will get into our predictions from last week. We ended the show on this last week. We're going to start the show on it this week. And so, let's see who was right and who was wrong. Let's see who got that crystal ball really working. So, we're going to start with our first game. It was the Eagles and the Saints. Now, the Eagles were chosen by Dub, Fluent, and Bama. Me and Ben chose the Saints. And so, me and Ben took an L.
Yeah.
Next game, the Chiefs and the Cowboys.
Yo, come on, yo, stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah, look at him.
Bro, I'm gonna talk. Listen, I chose the Chiefs. Like, come on, yo, just stop playing with me, man. I tell you, Pat Mahomes and the boys is different.
Crazy thing is, everybody chose the Chiefs except for me. I got 2 L's. The Bengals and the Raiders. Everybody chose the Bengals except for Ben. Ben?
Yeah. I'll take that one. I was wrong.
2 L's for you too.
Good.
Bama. You have an L yet?
Oh, but might be one coming.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, you picked
last game was the Bills and the Colts.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody chose the Bills except for Bama.
Yes,
Bama ran the table.
Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, man.
Come on. Talk dirty.
Talk dirty. 3-1. Bama, you 4-0. Dub, you what was the L you took?
He's 3-1.
3-1.
Oh, you took the L on the
Bills.
Oh, on the Bills. Okay. Yeah.
The thing is, I've always highlighted their weaknesses throughout the whole entire season, and it was like I didn't expect Jonathan Taylor to just. Well, I mean, we'll get into it. I just didn't expect Jonathan Taylor to just. We could get into it now. I didn't expect Jonathan Taylor to really mollywop them the way that he did. It was crazy.
Jonathan Taylor's real.
No, but see, here's the thing. I did expect Jonathan Taylor to go off on them. I just didn't think it'd be enough to beat them.
Exactly.
Because I didn't think anybody else would do anything. So listen, I know the question's coming. I got some questions about the Bills.
Yes, and we will get into that. But until we do that, let's get into our picks for next week. So our new games that we're going to pick, we're going to start with the Rams and the Packers. Now we're just going to continue to go in this order.
Yo, wait, can I go first? Because I remember this. Me and Fluent have a bet. On the next show, he's going to be a little bit tipsy because the Rams are going to beat the Packers.
Oh my God.
Okay. So Dub, you're picking the Rams?
Absolutely.
And since it's our bet, Dub's going to be like he is every week. He's going to be tipsy when the Packers, who aren't going to lose 2 in a row, beat the Rams.
Okay. So Fluent's taking the Packers. Bama, who you got?
Man, you already know I'm going with the Wizard. Ghostface Killer.
And
himself.
Ben, who you got?
You know I'm going with too, that bad man.
Okay.
And at Lambeau too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Packers.
I ain't saying he could turn water into wine, but I ain't seen him turn tea into whiskey. He almost did it last Sunday.
Okay.
He almost did it last Sunday. For real.
Okay. Dub Zero.
You.
I'm on your side, bro. I'm going with the Rams.
Let's get right. Coming off a bye week, man. Let's get right.
Okay. Next, we have a division rivalry game between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Dub, I'm almost positive I know the route you're going, but confirm it for me.
You know what's so annoying? I hate being a fan and I hate being a realist at the same time. Because in my mind, honestly, for some reason, I want to go with the Giants, but as a fan, I got to stay with the Eagles. So I'm going to stay with the Eagles.
Okay. Who you rocking with, Floyd?
I don't see the Giants doing any. I think the Eagles keep rolling. I think the Eagles. I got the Eagles.
Got you. Bama?
But you ain't want to pick the Giants, I'm going to do it for you. Giants they underachieving this year. I don't care what nobody say that. If you really look at their team on paper, they actually got a solid team. They got a trio of receivers that mix well with each other. Daniel Jones, but he's good enough. 6'5". Evan Ingram inconsistent with his hands, but Saquon's back. So that's another week. Saquon got to get back in shape, test that ankle flexion, all of that stuff. So, man, I got to go with the Giants right there.
Okay. Ben, how you feeling?
I'm going with the Eagles. They go keep rolling, man.
Well, Bama, you are by yourself on this one because kind of how Fluent said, it's hard to go with the Giants.
It is, but it's that 147 passing, dog. Like I said, they just ain't gonna keep it up playing that Navy football. I don't believe in it. Smitty was open all game last game. I don't believe in that Navy football, man. You're gonna have to be able to throw that ball to them playmakers. That's your true playmaker right there, and you're not feeding him.
You're crazy.
Sure. that Navy football ain't never won nothing in the NFL, and it never will.
Crazy.
That's why Vic at home sleep ringless. Navy football ain't finna win nothing. They ain't gonna win nothing. You're gonna have to distribute that ball. That's what a quarterback do. That's what we got receivers and running. That's what we got running backs for. That's what you got Miles Sanders for, right? Do all that rushing.
Absolutely right.
All right.
You're crazy.
I don't believe in it.
Is he picking out a scab right now?
I don't believe in it.
Do you feel offended right now?
Who?
You feel like you.
Nah, man, I'm used to Bama, bashing Jalen Hurts. That's just the Alabama.
Nah, it ain't bashing. It's just being real. But I will say this though, y'all got a chance because that division is finna shake up. Dallas is finna be their normal selves. This is where everybody start getting hurt. When it's time to go to the playoffs, Watch this. This is when everybody on the Cowboys get hurt, and that division is going to be a toss-up between the Eagles, Giants, and the
Redskins
football team. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Washington.
Yeah.
All right. So our next game, we will go with the Dolphins and the Panthers. I think I know where one of our cast is going. Bama, is it safe for me to just put you there?
Man, like I said, man, come on, bro. Come on. Yeah. Eat me in. You could tattoo that. Cuz I'm going with Cuzzo. I'm picking Cuzzo.
Okay.
He could be playing the AFC All-Stars. Cuzzo.
I'm gonna roll with Cam Newton and them Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with I want to go with Cam, but it's like it's gonna be a defensive game in my opinion. But I'll have to. I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna give it to I don't know. Even thinking about this, like I'm the one who put this game on, and I'll put this game on. I'm just sitting here like I don't know who to pick. So I'll say, you know what? I ain't got Cam losing back to back. I'm going with Cam Newton.
Oh, okay. How you feeling, Fluid?
Man, I was gonna pick the Panthers until them two picked them, and y'all might be changing my mind.
I mean, why would they change your mind now?
Because they're no good.
You just not want to pick them. Oh, okay.
I'm 3-1. I'm 3-1, man. And I'm a prophet.
But your reason for them winning, no, Cam isn't gonna lose 2 in a row. Why not? What has Cam done in the last decade to make you think he's not gonna lose 2 in a row?
Bro, I don't know. You could call it fan bias. I'm a Cam fan.
Okay,
so maybe I'm a little bit biased.
That's cool. Is Christian McCaffrey playing?
Yeah, I believe so.
If Christian and it's in Miami,
I think
you know what?
Yep.
I'm gonna fly down. I'm gonna fly down and watch that game. I'm gonna give the Panthers some luck. So I'm gonna go Panthers.
Did you go to the game last week too? By the way,
Bills. Yeah, Bills.
You did. How was that?
It didn't work.
That was terrible.
Hold on. Floyd, so you going with the Dolphins?
No. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I'm going with the Panthers. I'm gonna stick with my
the
gut.
Lone Warrior again, baby.
Even though in my heart I know I feel like the Dolphins are gonna win. I'm gonna stick with my initial thought, which is the Panthers. I'm not gonna change it at the end.
Yeah, Bama, you're not by yourself. I got you, bro.
All right. Appreciate it. Don't come over.
Swim with the Dolphins.
I'm still on the fence on it, but I'll go make it official.
Bruce Leroy, go watch The Last Dragon. That's who 2 is. Bruce Leroy, man. We finna rock out. Might go 6-0 to end the season off. And then he'll go over there to Washington. They're gonna trade him. They're gonna try to get Deshaun Watson. That's what they want to do. And then that team is gonna do good. We'll see. Team tour, man.
Bold predictions. Okay, so our last and final game of the week, we're going with the Steelers and the Bengals. Ben, who you going with?
I don't know, because this is a tricky one, because Steelers don't got Minka, TJ, nor Hayden, I don't think. Because I think all 3 of them out. If they were healthy, I would go Steelers. But I'm gonna go with the Bengals in this game. I think Bengals will pull this out just because of that, them being out.
Okay. Dub, where you at with it?
I'm gonna go with the it's at Steelers or it's at the Bengals.
At Bengals.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I'll go with the Bengals.
You rocking with Natty. Okay. Fluid, how you feeling?
Well, listen, I think Najee Harris is gonna go off, and I was gonna pick the Bengals, and then I thought, well, I just got burnt when I thought Jonathan Taylor's gonna go off for the Colts and lose. So you know what? I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I think that's gonna bite you in the. That's gonna
it might.
you.
It might.
It's so tough.
Bama, where you at?
Going Pittsburgh. It's around the time of the year they start cooking. Just on recent hit, I don't see them just losing. Now, I don't see that happen back to back, especially around this time of the year. I don't see Pittsburgh losing 2 back to back, especially to an interdivision rival too. They already just lost to the Chargers. Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Okay. I'm going to actually stay on that Pittsburgh bandwagon too. Something just tells me that the Bengals, just due to their youth, their inconsistency, I think they're gonna drop a ball this week.
No, but that's the main reason why I'm picking them, because of their inconsistency. Because they're gonna step up on a high pressure situation, and then in a low pressure situation, they're gonna step down. It's playing to their level, and I think the Bengals are gonna play to their level, as in play at a high level. But that's what young teams do. They make some upsets, and then they make some they blow some games, and it is what it is.
Okay. Anybody else got any comments on that game?
I'm just gonna say this. The Steelers put up 37 on the Chargers defense. How you feel about the Bengals defense? Not matter. As good as the Chargers defense. Like that's why I don't think the Bengals will be able to keep up.
It don't matter.
Yeah, they definitely not finna hold Najee Harris 3.9 yards to carry.
Son, let me tell you, that don't matter in divisional game, man. It really doesn't.
It could go either way.
Yeah,
it could.
Yeah, it will.
It could, but they young.
It could, and it's just going to go in the way of Pittsburgh.
I still see they just young. And I don't know. Yeah.
That's cool.
Next year, watch the Bengals will be good next year. The Bengals will be like really good next year.
I will say this though, with Jamar Chase went crazy last game. I think Hayden was in there. Hayden might not play this game. Who knows what Najee go do?
Wait, Jamar Chase went crazy last game. I don't think he did.
I think he had like 2 touchdowns. Jamar Chase did.
I don't go by touchdown. I go off of yards, man. Seriously, well, I think he was under like 40 or 50 yards. That's not going crazy to me.
You don't go by touchdowns?
Dub, how's that not going crazy?
You know that's how they win, right?
No, that is how they win. But when I'm looking at mainly a wide receiver's production, I'm looking at their yards, honestly. That's what I'm looking at. TDs is cool and all, and TDs is like the icing on top. But if you ain't getting me no yards, man, you don't. It's like you're just a TD. You're just a end zone receiver. That's it. You want to get into it, Fluent? We could get into it.
No, I'm trying to figure, because it's reminding me of a conversation I had with somebody else who was trying to tell me assists are more important than baskets in basketball. And you're trying to you look at yards more than touchdown. No, the team that scores the most points, I said it to you before, wins 100% of the games.
Answer me this.
Touchdowns. So let me ask you this: would you rather have 200 yards receiving, no touchdowns, or I think Mike Evans last year, didn't he have like 2 receptions for 2 yards and 2 touchdowns? Which would you rather have?
200 yards.
Okay, and you're gonna lose to me because I scored 2 touchdowns.
Wait. We're not talking about. We're not talking about. We're not talking about.
We're talking about who wins the game.
I'm not talking about winning the game or anything. I'm just looking at a wide receiver's production. For me, if I have a wide receiver that's giving me 40 yards but two TDs,
right,
I must definitely have a wide receiver that's going to give me 100 yards.
But if you win in a game that's 24-17, you look back at them TDs, that's much needed though.
No, but here's the thing. So you're telling me, so if your wide receiver is getting everything between the 20s, so he's going for 60 yards, but he can't get it into the end zone, you'd rather have that receiver than the guy who gets it into the end zone?
Well, most of the time, that's due to the offensive scheme that happens. Why that guy's not getting them end zone looks. Look at Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is one of them guys or Julio Jones, for instance. Julio Jones, there was a time where he wasn't getting no TDs at all, but he was still that guy, correct? It's just because he's not getting TDs doesn't take away that he's not that guy. He's not good. It's just he's not getting end zone looks due to the offensive scheme that they're running. So when I'm looking at a wide receiver, I'm looking at their yards for the majority of the time, because his yards is basically what he's doing on night in, night out basis. TDs is something that doesn't happen on a regular basis. Honestly, if I have an Adam Thielen where one day he could give me 100 yards, the next day he could give me 20 to 30 yards, it's like, I'm not picking you over Julio Jones. I'm not.
Well, what about the days when he gets those days where he does get 20 to 30 yards or 40 yards, for instance, and he scores 2 touchdowns? Isn't that amazing production?
It's great, but I'll use Keenan Allen and Adam Thielen as a perfect example. Adam Thielen gets way more TDs than Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen gets way more yards than Adam Thielen. I'm taking Keenan Allen every single time.
Okay, but check this out though. We're talking about Jamar Chase.
We're talking about though. Would you rather have Keenan Allen getting 200 yards or Keenan Allen getting 50 yards and 2 touchdowns? We're not comparing 2 different players. We're saying the same player. What would you rather? What's a more productive day in the grand scheme of things, which is winning the game? 200 yards, no touchdowns, or 50 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Well, it all depends on if those
You
yards
play
that
to win the game.
Wait, hold up, Fluent. It all depends on if those yards. It all depends on if those yards wasn't empty yards and they actually scored on those drives where he did have those big plays. At the end of the day, if they scored on those drives due to his production, I cannot sit here and say, yo, what he did was meaningless. I cannot sit here and say that because when he was doing
it's no guarantee. It's no guarantee.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying meaningless, but I'm saying I'd
this
rather have the touchdowns.
This all started right when Ben said that Jamar Chase had a good game. I think Jamar only had 1 TD and like 30 or 40 yards. To me, that's not really a great game.
I thought you said he had 2 touchdowns. I thought you said he had 4 receptions, 2 touchdowns, and how many yards?
He had 4 receptions, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's a good day. That's a good day.
That is a good day.
That's a good day.
That is a good day.
That's a day.
That's
That
my
is a
bad.
day.
For some reason, I thought it was 40 yards. I really thought it was 40 yards. That's my bad. That's a good day. That is a good day.
Okay, fellas. So moving on to our next topic, we're gonna get into some AFC talk. Now, as we know, the Patriots lead the division right now at 7-4. The Bills are right behind them at 6-4. But the Bills just got wiped by the Colts. Are they suspect, or is it something going on over there? Is the water in Buffalo freezing, and they're not able to make things happen? Fluent, since you were around that area.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if it's like the weather here where the snow started falling yesterday, yes, the water is freezing. But no, you know what? Buffalo is like the higher the expectation, the lower the performance. And we've always had, there's been question. I like Josh Allen, but there's always question marks about how good of a quarterback Josh Allen is. And I'm not saying he's not a great quarterback, but I'm just saying, I think when they got the target on their back, they still don't know how to win when they need to. And maybe that's his youth. He's still young. But yeah, I don't like how they looked last week. So they went being AFC favorites, I think affected them in a negative way. And not having the target on their back, just, I don't know. They're not coming out the way they should. So yeah, I think now it is suspect. I think them taking that division is, look, they're still gonna make the playoffs, all that other stuff. But I don't think, I told you guys last week, I don't think they're gonna win the East.
Do you think it's a double effect of them being the favorites and then the Patriots on the back end being underdogs? Do you think that's fueled the Patriots to be better, but then also kind of blew the Bills' heads up a little bit?
No, I think they're mutually exclusive. I think the Patriots, yes, being underdogs, Bill Belichick, you knew they were going to come around.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
They did a lot of things in the offseason. I talked about it, that they were going to be much improved, and they are. I think the Bills, on the other hand, yeah, I think unexpected Bills will sneak up on you and win some games. Target on their back Bills, they don't know how to win. They don't know how to win yet.
They don't know how to be favorites.
They don't have to. Yeah, they don't know how to be. It's tough. People don't understand, right? Look at every sport every year. Do you know how hard it is to repeat as a champion? Do you know how hard it is to, that's why I give credit when they say, oh, he was the favorite, Jordan, 6-0. Oh, he was the favorite in every final. 1, no, he wasn't. 2, you know how hard it is to win as a favorite when every night you're getting the other team's best game? Every night, like last week, who was it? The Bucks last week when they lost to Washington. Mm-hmm. That was Washington's Super Bowl. Right, because they lost to them in the year before in the playoffs. They're not going anywhere this year. They played like it was their Super Bowl. You know how hard it is to beat teams every week, especially in the NFL when they're playing like it's their Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. It's tough, and you have to be really mentally tough. I don't think they're there yet.
Okay, Ben,
that's so fire.
How do you feel about the division as a whole, but more specifically about the Bucks? I mean, about the Bills just laying an egg.
I really thought it was suspect when they lost to the Jags. It was 9-6. Jaguars beat them 9-6, and that offensive line for the Bills is just it's not there. It's just not there like it was last season. But I think they're gonna be all right. They're still gonna make the playoffs, but I don't think. Well, that's gonna be the next topic about the AFC coming out of AFC. But I don't think they're gonna be like number one. I don't see it.
Okay.
They're first round out.
Think so? Dub, do you think so?
Listen, I said on my TikTok a couple weeks ago. I swear I'm a
the finger out. He
I'm
pulled
a
the finger out on y'all.
Swear I'm a
The
prophet.
prophet.
Go, y'all could definitely go check it out. You can check the receipts. I said that the Bills, they were going to be one of those teams that wasn't going to do nothing in the playoffs. They've had a weak schedule for the majority of the season, like a really weak one. So them winning all these games, racking all these up, it's like this is things that we expected for them. Now they're facing competition. Now it's like, yo, like. Now I really have to play. So now it's hard for them to get back into that competitive drive. But it's like I didn't think the Bills is gonna make the noise in the playoffs like this. I just didn't expect them to struggle so much so soon.
Before Bama gives us his very good take that I'm sure he's going to give it. Just I said they're going to make the playoffs. I'm looking at the standings right now. They're the 7th seed. So if it were to end today, they're playing Baltimore. I think that's a loss. But you've got the Colts who just beat them with at same amount of wins. They've played one less game, so they're 6 or they play one more game. They're 6-5. Pittsburgh's is 5-4. Cleveland is 6-5. Like there's a bunch of teams that they got to fight off in the last 7 weeks or 6 weeks, whatever's left. So I don't even know if playoffs are guaranteed.
No, it's not. And you caught it, man. You said the Patriots might win the division, and
I said they will win the division. I said they will win the division.
They will.
There's no bite about it. It's a will.
I said they will win the division. Just check the tape.
Oh, okay. Well,
that is facts. I love that you said that.
Hey, Dub, I don't think you're the only prophet on this show. All right, so the rest of the Bills games, they play the Saints obviously this week, and they got the Patriots next week, and that's a major game. Ooh, and after that, they got the Bucks. Then they got the Panthers. Then they got to go to Foxborough again, or play them again. Then they got the Falcons. And then they're
so lucky. They're so lucky they end the season with the Falcons and the Jets. They're so lucky.
Yeah, but before that, these next few games, because I mean, obviously the Saints just aren't they're no pushovers. And then on top of that, the Panthers, that's not just I mean, they got them at home, but that's not it's not a game that you just write off. I go, it's an automatic win.
Bama's ready.
Talk to me, baby.
Go ahead.
It's crazy. I don't know how y'all missed this. They just don't have a run game. So
that's true.
That's true. With football, it takes balance. They just pass heavy. So one thing with that, they got a solid enough. They defense is really solid. But one thing when you pass heavy, they push your defense back on the field because you score a lot quicker. So now other teams got a lot more opportunity to score on your defense, so they don't look as good. But their defense can get critical stops. They can play shutdown, as you saw in a 9-6 loss versus the Jaguars. So that show you they can play in those slugfests. They just need a consistent run game. A lot of them other teams got consistent running backs. Leonard Fournette down there at the Buccaneers. The Patriots rely heavily on the run game. That's why I said Tom Brady's success was more Bill Belichick than anything, because look at Mac Jones right now as a rookie. They rely heavily on the run, and they don't make him do too much. Everybody can go crazy over there, but he's just throwing checkdowns and routine outs and stuff. So that's why I tell people, the formula don't change. These quarterbacks, yes, you got your anomalies like your Pat Mahomes, Kyler Murray, you know what I'm saying? Your guys that kind of go against the grain and they can do it. But really, they really can't, because the Chiefs were more impotent with Kareem Hunt than anything. So the formula is still the same. Run the ball and play solid defense, and that's going to forever win you Super Bowls, whatever you want. It's going to win it for you. It's going to do it for you. So that's what the Bills need. They might still win a game. I don't know, because Ravens are inconsistent. If they match up with them, that's the most inconsistent defensive team I never seen. Like, they got all the potential in the world, and then it's just some games the Ravens go out there and just look like, bro, I don't feel like playing today. And it's just crazy to see. So, you never know. Y'all saying that schedule week, that's just, I tell people, it's the NFL, bro. There's no such thing as a weak schedule. It's week to week. Like, all of those teams are good teams, and there's no free wins in the NFL. Yeah, you might have a team where, oh, yeah, you should beat these guys. But no, them is grown men. And you better go out there with your cleats and your football pants on, ready to go out there and play. That's all it is, man.
I think I want to touch on that point that you just said, because I think the Bills went into that game against the Jags and they thought that they could just mail it in. and they kind of flicked off the switch. And people don't know this. It's hard. Not everybody can just flick that switch back on again and build up the intensity. And I think the Bills are struggling to get it going again, and they might never get it back.
Ben, when you said that the Chiefs were more potent with Kareem Hunt, that's what you said?
Mm-hmm. Wow. You got a solid run game to rely on. Yeah. That's a lot of pressure to put on the quarterback to sit there. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes is an anomaly, but I'm not just finna sit there and just pick every quarterback, Matt Jones, whoever, Trey Lance. I'm not just finna pick them and be like, hey, bro, throw me the ball 50 times all the way to
every quarterback is better with a solid run game.
With a solid run game.
Just look at Aaron Rodgers. You don't think Aaron Rodgers missed Aaron Jones this week?
Oh yeah, he did. Hell yeah. I think the Chiefs with Kareem Hunt would definitely be a better team, but I don't think that they're. I mean, listen, I don't think.
No disrespect to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I like him.
No, I like him. No, but I think if they had Hunt, you'd see. Look, there'd be less pressure on Mahomes because they'd have to respect the run. Right now, they don't respect it.
It almost looked like Golden State with Kevin Durant if they had Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, right.
Nah, it would be ridiculous for real.
Okay. So moving forward, we're gonna stay right along the same path. Now I want to hear who you guys got coming out the AFC. Bama, I'm right back to you.
Miami? No, I'm just playing. I'm feeling my hand shaking right now.
2024.
Like two will win, one more. My hand gonna be shaking, man, for real. But who I got coming out of AFC? Of course, my prime number one team is Kansas City. Man, I'm gonna go with New England.
Whoa, what the hell?
What'd you just say?
What the hell? No, y'all
Your
not
prime
gonna
what?
Do this. Whoa. You said
coming out the AFC.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said coming out the AFC, right?
Yes.
And who'd you say?
The prophet J Dub is
yo, I'm
amazing.
So
I'm with you,
right
Dub. I'm with you when you right, baby. I'm not gonna give you hell. I'm with you. I hate that you be right sometimes.
Just 3 weeks ago, we were digging 6-foot holes to throw Patrick Mahomes in.
I told people
he got a ladder. He climbed out of that.
I told people don't panic. We could go back and rewind the tape. I tell people don't panic, bro. It's Patrick Mahomes. It's gonna happen. You're not gonna stomp through the whole. They're not gonna start off 9-1, 10-1 every year, bro. It's just not like that. You're gonna have your slumps. Like you're gonna have your little skids where it look like, oh, are they gonna make the playoff? But come on, man. It's Becky with the good hair, baby. It's time to activate. Curl activator.
Yes,
flip them curls.
So I ask once again, who do you have coming out the AFC?
One team
coming out. You gonna pick one team,
man. I told you I gotta go with Kansas City.
Okay.
Becky with the good
I'm talking about all like representing the AFC.
That's in the Super Bowl. Who's gonna be in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Becky with the good hair. I want Baltimore, but I'm gonna go with Becky.
That's an amazing pick. If you ask me, Ben.
So basically, first in the AFC. So I'm rolling with New England, the Patriots.
Ooh.
Because they got a balanced team. Matt Jones doing his thing, and they can run the ball. Damian Harris, and their defense is elite. It's very elite. I'm going with New England on this.
Okay.
Wild.
Yeah,
wild.
Is that a bold prediction, fellas? Is that a bold prediction?
No,
I mean,
it's not
super wild.
It's not bold at all.
I don't think it's super wild, but I wasn't expecting it.
You really got a.
You want me to tell you why it's not bold?
You got a rookie QB going to the Super Bowl.
Why is that fluid?
This is why.
Matt Jones doing his thing right now.
This is why, Ben. I'm with you, man. This is why it's not bold, because the Patriots will beat the Chiefs and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, making it the first time a rookie quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl.
You're crazy.
You guys heard it here first.
And they're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys.
And you know what's crazy?
So you got the Dallas Cowboys
Dallas
making it out the
Cowboys.
NFC.
Dallas
What the
Cowboys.
hell
I
is
got
wrong
that.
with you, Fluid?
I got the Cowboys.
We're gonna get to the
finishing
second. I'm
off
gonna tell
at
you
9-8,
because they're beating Green Bay in the NFC Championship game. I'll tell you why when we talk about
What
Aaron
is
Rodgers.
going on?
Hey,
What's
you
going
know-
on with this
I don't know.
platform,
They've
bro?
been drinking already. I thought Dub Norman was supposed to be the.
Hey,
bro,
Dub,
what
before you
is
go,
going on?
before you go, this is the psychotic fluid that we know. But if it happens, maybe it'd be the genius.
Listen, he's been trying to take the sauce from me ever since I said Kansas City. He's been trying to take that sauce, that juice away from me and everything. He got one. I'll give it. He did get one.
Let me ask you. Hold on. Let me ask you. Do you trust Tennessee?
Hell no, but I don't trust.
Hold on. Let me just run through. real quick. Trust Baltimore?
Go ahead.
Do you trust Baltimore?
Yes.
Over the Patriots.
You trust? Wait. You just said they're inconsistent. You trust Baltimore?
With Lamar Jackson, yes. Because
hopefully,
in the playoffs,
hopefully he's playing.
So listen, just check me out.
Okay, hold on. So you trust Baltimore. Hold on. You trust Baltimore. You trust I'm just going through the playoff teams. You trust Cincinnati?
No, not Cincinnati.
You trust the Chargers?
No.
You trust Buffalo?
Hell no.
Okay, so really, it's you've just said then it's a 3-team race. It's the Patriots, the Baltimore, and Kansas City.
But I don't trust.
They got as good a chance as anybody.
I'm gonna say Buffalo because in the playoffs, I trust Josh Allen more than in a matchup versus the Patriots. I'm so serious. Like in a matchup versus the Patriots, it's gonna come down to the quarterbacks. And Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Mac Jones right now. Yeah. It is no way y'all finna sit here and tell me when it boiled down to it in the playoffs, that defense stuff.
Buffalo's not gonna make it. Because if Buffalo plays Baltimore, who's winning? Because that's where it is right now.
It's really a toss-up.
That's right. So only one of those teams.
Oh, it don't matter. But
the games is going to just be so much more condensed. But
Bama, it doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter though because both of those teams is gonna beat the Patriots. You gotta understand, bro. It's a high pressure situation. It's the playoffs and pressure breaks.
Do you not know where Mac Jones comes from? The greatest football university ever.
Yo, pressure
that don't surmount to like.
I'm mad you're trying to
still didn't get him on my side with that.
No, yeah, I'm mad you're trying to see. I swear, Fluent, we be on the same time sometimes because I swear I see you trying to put him on your side, bro. No, he's mine. He's mine right now. You feel me? He's mine. Pause that.
All right.
But yo,
let's go. We got a next topic.
Who you got though, Dub? No, we haven't got.
I got Kansas City, bro.
We got Kansas City.
We gotta hear it though.
Yeah. You already know that's
I gotta agree with it, but
he takes the safe pick.
It's the same. It wasn't a safe pick 3 weeks ago.
They've been there 2 years in a row. That's
yo, that's crazy. But I'm staying with Kansas City though. I'm staying with Kansas City,
I
man. I believe more in Patrick Mahomes. I think for some reason that defense always steps up when it has to. It's weird. Don't get it. I got Kansas City, man. Okay, and I'm with Bama. Baltimore is my second, but the Patriots.
In 10 years, you're gonna look back and say, "Wow, Fluent started off the Patriots dynasty."
Fluent. They're gonna make you an honorary manager or something like that.
Robert Kraft is sending me checks as we speak.
all I got to say is defense wins championships. That's all I got to say about that. Judon, beast.
So we have 2 Kansas Cities and 2 New Englands.
Break the tie. I know who you picking.
I don't know. You guys have kind of swayed me to New England.
Are you really crazy, Ron?
I haven't even chose yet. I haven't even chose yet.
Ron, you know what? This is the thing Shaq be talking about. You have such an open mind. Like you're very
you should
have an open mind.
Which is great. But for this particular situation, do not have an open mind, bro.
No, when you're stubborn and you don't learn from
That's right. You gotta learn.
Then you're eventually you're just gonna fall off. Eventually.
Let me sway you one more way, right?
Come on, talk to me.
What was Peyton Manning always famous for? Having a mythical regular season, and then when the playoffs happen, it evaporates. That's what I'm finna tell you. This is a mythical run by the Patriots. But once that playoff hit and it's cold outside, and that game slow down and they get real condensed, Man, dog.
Yo,
like,
Bama, tag me in real quick.
Listen,
bro.
listen.
Yeah,
Hold
I'll
on.
tag my.
No,
Yeah,
no,
there
I'll
we
tag
go.
myself in.
My
Wait,
dog.
no. Wait.
Listen,
Fluid, you got
it's
it right
Patriots.
after me.
It's Patriots and Kansas City in the AFC Championship game, and because Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback I trust that might beat the Patriots, I'm still picking the Patriots, but I don't trust Lamar Jackson. I don't trust Josh Allen. I don't trust. They haven't shown me they can win.
Lamar beat
Mahomes
the Patriots, though.
What has Mac Jones showed you? What has Mac Jones
What has he
showed
shown you?
Tom.
He's a rookie. He's a rookie.
Exactly
He's
my
going to show you
Beat the
this year.
Patriots with Tom Brady.
Listen, let
this
me
year.
tell you. The Rams is a perfect
Different team.
example.
That was a different Patriots team. That was a different Patriots team.
Yo, wait, hold on. Let me finish, please. The Rams, before they made it to the Super Bowl, they lost the Atlanta Falcons, and the Atlanta Falcons had no business beating them. The only reason they won that game, and Matt Ryan said that himself, experience. That the Falcons were more experienced than the Rams, which is why they won that game in the playoffs. This is the year after, I believe, that the Falcons made it to the Super Bowl. I believe that. And the Rams, it was with a young Todd Gurley, a young Jared Goff and the boys. Then the following year, they made the Super Bowl because they got that experience. I just don't. Mac Jones needs. I'm not saying that they don't have a chance for years to come. They definitely do. But this particular year, I don't think they're ready. I just don't.
Sure. That's what they said about Tom too.
What Tom? Didn't they make the Super Bowl the year before? Then Tom Brady took over.
Tom took over halfway. It was towards the end of the season, man.
He took over towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Wait, but
they never thought a guy coming in for an injured player, 6th-round draft pick didn't have enough to beat the greatest show on turf.
That's why he's the GOAT. That's why he's the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT. It always starts somewhere. There's always a first time for everything. Right?
We've never had a rookie.
We never had Adam Vinatieri is a GOAT. You never had a rookie quarterback. You've never had a rookie quarterback win a Super Bowl. That's gonna be broken. That streak's gonna be broken. Why not this year?
Wait, Fluent, you're the historian.
Be bold.
Wait, you're the historian, right? Wait, the Patriots made it to the Super Bowl the year before Tom Brady took the starting job, right?
I believe they went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Tom wasn't a rookie. I think he was in his sophomore season.
But before he took over that job, before he was even, stepping in that place,
they made it to the.
They made it so they
Drew Bledsoe.
So the team had that experience already, correct?
He did not, but the team did. Yes,
the team had experience by going to the Super Bowl. The last time this team,
so does Bill Belichick.
Super Bowl, Bill Belichick, yes, but the last time that this team has a core,
it's called knowledge transfer.
Yo, you're crazy.
The Patriots just a plug and play team.
All right, we'll see.
Well, according
that's why they play the games.
They will plug and play in the championship this year in the Super Bowl, and we will see.
And don't forget when the Patriots have the first round bye too, right? Manners, go ahead. I'm all in.
Okay. All right. So guys, we will be moving on to our next topic. Yeah. Let's get into some college football this week. What are some of our highlights, Bama? Lead us off. What do you want to talk about this week?
I always forget about this, man. We felt better. Them boys piped up like some spiked rum. You feel me? Jackson State, man. Them boys won the SWAC Eastern Divisional first time in a while, bro. So shouts out to them. The boys went 10-1. I think that's the first time in school history too. So it's crazy. School where Walter Payton came from. It's been over 40 years since then they got back to where they need to be at right now, man. So really shouts out to them, because you already know on the other end, this is pretty much the Alabama Invitational, man. I was trying to tell my boy Ben, why y'all be struggling? Fluent just talked about it earlier in this segment. It's hard getting everybody best punch, boy. And you got to think about it, in the past 14 years, Alabama won 7 of them titles. So people you seeing the point to where people sick of it. You getting kids like George Pickens, Justin Ross, 5 stars from in the state of Alabama going to other schools just to try to beat Alabama. You see what I'm saying? So you starting to get that now. So, but to see them boys still go out there and survive and make it to that national championship, hopeful implications, I can't, but I like what Jackson State over there cooking, man. I ain't finna steal it from them. Shedeur playing out of his mind, second best quarterback in the NCAA behind Bryce Young. Ooh. Stats, everything, completion, touchdowns, all of that. He up there. So
you guys hear it. Fluent, you got anything you want to touch on?
You know what? I'm gonna double down on Bama's too, right? Jackson State, Deion Sanders, what he did with that to turn that school around, that program around real quick. make HBCUs a talking point for people. We're not going to see another year where there's not one kid drafted out of an HBCU. So shout out to them. I know that and then to my guys, I know that they ended the season off with a pretty bad loss. But to TSU, Tennessee State University, Eddie George, Hugh Jackson, shout out. They had a great season. They're going to turn that program around again. It was just their first season down there. So I'm going to look for them to have another good season next year. So shout out to Tennessee State.
Shout out
home. Let me quiz you guys. Let me quiz you guys real quick on TSU because TSU. The most famous, not athlete, the most famous alumni from Tennessee State University.
That's a good one.
What?
HBCU trivia. Oprah Winfrey.
Oh.
Well, dang.
So Jackson State got my guy, my favorite running back of all time, Walter Payton.
Yeah.
But TSU got Oprah. So, it's pretty good.
It's pretty balanced stuff.
Okay.
All right, yo, Ben, is this something you want to talk about? You know we got to talk about it.
I know we got to talk about it.
You know that we have to talk about it. So do you want to mention it or do I need to?
Wait.
Them Ducks, bro. Oh, man.
If you paid attention last week, the Ducks got ran off of the field.
This is what Utah did.
I was saving it. Oregon got ducked up by them dudes.
They just started. They were like, come here.
That quarterback we had, was inaccurate that game. Brown.
They ran for over 200 yards.
Yeah, our
50
defense
carries.
was not there.
They got ducked out.
Kayvon, nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found.
Oh no, what was that? They got knocked the duck out.
They definitely did get.
Yo, Ben, so how you feeling about your Ducks? Obviously, it's kind of looking like
it happens, man. It happens. We always had trouble with Utah. We always had it.
What's so funny is you was just talking about how y'all can beat Ole Miss,
Alabama,
Texas A&M. No, he didn't even say Alabama. He said Ole Miss and Texas A&M. It's funny y'all finna have to play them in the bowl game now. So we really finna see if y'all can beat Ole Miss and Texas A&M right now. Because I told y'all to be
they're playing in the Alamo Bowl. Is that what?
Oh man, they finna play in the Players' Choice Bowl.
Oregon's the 11th seed now, which is crazy.
Oh, as y'all should be. You can't lose to teams like Utah. You got to figure out a way to win, Chief.
Yeah.
Can't lose to them Utes.
Can't use
203 or 208 yards rushing.
Yeah, on 50K. They just said, bro, y'all soft. I think you sweet. So I'm finna take your lunch. You know what I'm saying? They sweet.
Yo, Ben, you're a Miami Heat fan?
Nah, I'm a Bron fan. I'm a Bron fan.
Oh man.
You're a Braun fan?
I'm a LeBron fan.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Back in my day, we cheered for a team and we stayed loyal.
Go to the next topic.
Ever since I was little, man, I've been following LeBron, but wherever he go, I go.
Before we go to the next topic, I want to hear who you guys think is going to win it's a big matchup this week in college football. We have Ohio State and we have Michigan, both coming off big wins this last week. Who do you guys think wins this game? And this is actually a big time rivalry. Who you got, Floyd?
This is one of the we did a show a couple months back and people didn't believe me when I said in the history of sports, this is one of the biggest rivalries ever.
No, it is. It's humongous.
And there's nothing. I didn't say I said one of the biggest. And so I'll say this: Jim Harbaugh has not shown me anything. So I think unfortunately his streak continues, and it's the Ohio State University that wins this game.
Okay.
I think
I don't know. I'll put it this way because I really don't care about neither one of those teams. It's Ohio State.
You better start caring about one of them because y'all gonna see them.
If Ohio State want to win, like I said, to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And last time I checked in 2020, Nick Saban was over there dancing with one of them national championship trophies. So again, coming to the Alabama Invitational, they need to show us something. So like I said, Ohio State, if they want to show us something, y'all boys better go ahead and handle it, do what you need to do, and beat Michigan.
Okay.
If not,
they will.
If not, y'all gonna be looking sad like Ben over there watching Alabama hoist up another trophy, because I get tired of people getting mad that Alabama sneak up in here. So do something about it. That's all I'm saying. If you tired of the bully on the block, do something about it and beat them. Okay. Until then, y'all gonna have to show me something, because Alabama handling their work.
Ben over there, how you feel?
I'm going for them. I'm going for them Buckeyes. I'm going for them Buckeyes.
Okay, we got a 3-0 sweep for the Buckeyes. Okay, so moving on along, we will now get into, if you guys watch the actual Players Court basketball, you guys will know that there's something called, Players Court. So now we're going to get into this segment of Players Court, gridiron style, and we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. But first, I'm going to give you guys a topic that I want you guys to start on, and I want you to start with this last week, the Packers versus the Vikings. Now, if you're for Aaron Rodgers, speak up or forever hold your peace.
You know, what?
Raise that hand,
Emma?
boy.
Hello?
Both of y'all.
Hello? That's my man.
Who is he?
That's my man. The Wizard. Ghostface Killer.
Ben.
You know what I'm saying?
You got your head over there. How you feel about Aaron?
Aaron Rodgers, that bad man. He's a bad man. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
The Wizard.
And so that leaves two other individuals who are not for Aaron Rodgers. Well, talk to us. Why is he not who we think he is, or who they think he is?
Easy.
Because so go ahead, Dub.
You want to start it off? I was just gonna say something.
No, go ahead.
You guys have a minute to make your point, starting right.
I only have just one short thing to say. My main thing is I don't believe that they're gonna make it to the Super Bowl this year at all. There's just the Bucks and Rams are way more better than them. And Aaron Rodgers, man, it's like it's like every single year you have an opportunity and it just doesn't work out. It doesn't work out year in and year out. Now, not every time it's his fault, but at the end of the day, it's like we got to start holding this man responsible at some point. We have to.
I don't want to compare Aaron Rodgers to Wilt Chamberlain because I think that's way too generous. However, there was something about Wilt where he put up really good regular season numbers. He put up, and then in the playoffs, you noticed the only thing that stopped Wilt was the playoff starting because his scoring went down, and he didn't win. So let me tell you a little story about Aaron Rodgers that I put together about him going to the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is phenomenal. I mean, when it comes to skill, what he can do on the football field, his arm strength, his accuracy, there might not be a better, more skilled quarterback. He would win every skills challenge. There's a problem. That doesn't mean you win games. So Aaron Rodgers in his 17 seasons, and I hope I can get this in a minute because I only have one, has thrown for 53, almost 54,000 yards, 433 touchdowns, only 93 interceptions. That's like a 5-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio. Over 65% completions, 8 Pro Bowls, 3 MVPs, 104 QB rating. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let me tell you about Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. 21 playoff games, 64.6%. So almost that 65% completion, 5,600 yards, 45 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. That's 4-to-1. 100.5 QB rating. This season, he's played in 12 games, 66.8% completion percentage, 2,500 plus yards, 21 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. That's 5-to-1. A QB rating of 106.6. Here's the problem. In NFC championship games, he's 1-4. His 1,300 yards, 9 TDs, 8 interceptions. That's like 1-to-1. His QB rating in the NFC championship games, 83, his QB rating. In his one win, he threw 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and I know that game very well because he played my Bears, where Jay Cutler only played the first half. And then Todd Collins played the third quarter. And Caleb Henney played the fourth quarter and had a QBR of 65, higher than him. Not only that, the only reason they won 21-14, BJ Raji had a pick 6. Then if you want to go into his stats, oh, and by the way, that wasn't the Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall Bears. No. Their top 2 receivers were Johnny Knox and Devin Hester. That's were the top 2 receivers. That's his only win in 2010. He's been 0-4 since then. So as great as he is in the regular season and the playoffs, when it actually matters most, he's not that guy.
And I would like to finish it off as in pressure breaks pipes.
Okay,
the
so
pipes
I rest my case.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. Thank you. You carried that segment.
That is you guys. Hey, the yellow flag is on the field right now. You guys get a delay of game. You guys went past the clock. So now on you guys' rebuttal, you guys only got 45 seconds. Well, no. The rebuttal's a minute and 30. So you guys only have a minute. I'll give you guys a little extra time to run. So go ahead. How you guys feeling?
It's all good, bro. I'll say that to say this. I'm finna use what Fluent said. They only scored 13 points a game when he doesn't play. Do you want to know what that is? Those are the bottom teams that don't win any games. So when he's there, they go to the NFC Championship. In the game, sometimes you got to rely on your team. This man bails them out enough over and over and over. Sometimes they got to bail him out. They need key pieces. So in between them years right there, they didn't have a Devontae Adams and they didn't have an Aaron Jones. They finally got those pieces now. So that's why I say it's a new look. Then they went out and addressed that defense just a tad bit, not enough how I would like, but they got a Jair Alexander. So we'll see what he does with this set of group of guys because I like Devontae Adams. I felt like he haven't had like receivers like how he needed. He got those guys right now in Allen Lazard, Scantling, Adams. We're gonna see what that bad man do because right now how they using him, they relying heavy on the run and making him be a game manager. So that's something that's gonna happen in the playoffs. That's gonna cut those turnovers down. That's gonna cut those interceptions down. That's gonna take that time of possession up. And then when you need him to come through and deliver, he can easily do that. He has showed you too many times. When he did it with the Cowboys, he did it with the Cowboys twice, even though that was a catch with Dez Bryant. But the time after that, when he rolls out and he hit that pass right up, he can bail you out. This is what I'm saying. He's not going to be able to just save you time and time. Gas runs out after so long. So, like I said, he got the weapons he needs. We're going to see what he do with these weapons. That's just where I'm at with it, man. So, say what you want. That was nice. I'm glad you did that. That was beautiful. But the bad man.
I'll say it like this, all right? But Dub, you said about the Rams. Mm-hmm. They lost to the Tennessee Titans without Henry. They lost to the 49ers.
The 49ers, I could give that a pass as a divisional game. Tennessee, I'll give it to you, though. I'll give it to you.
Okay. So another thing is they beat Arizona, Aaron Rodgers, they have nobody, like literally nobody, and still beat them. They still beat them. The only team they got to worry about in the AFC, in my opinion, is the Bucs. Tom Brady. That's it. That's literally it. So, and they got the defense. They got a great defense. Great defense. Top 5 in my opinion. So yeah, we'll see how it goes.
This is how I break this down versus matchups. Titans showed you the blueprint on how to beat the Rams. Run the ball. That's really all you got to do. They got Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon. So they'll be able to do that versus the Rams.
Wait. We gotta debt this. The Titans didn't run like that against them.
They did. They ran away from Aaron Donald, and they forced them boys to go out there and beat tackles. That's the same thing that San Fran did. They had long drives. They ran away from Aaron Donald, and they forced Von Miller and them other boys, Leonard Floyd and them, to make tackles versus that run game. They got them real tired. So one thing you want to do with speed rushes, you want to get them tired first with the run game. So that speed don't play a factor into it. So now we're going to go to the Bucs. The Bucs, ever since that DB got hurt, Bunting got hurt in the beginning of the season, they've been I don't know. That DB room is bad over there because them boys just been getting hurt back week after week. They've went through 7 DBs. That's the most in the NBA NFL this season. They went through 7 DB transactions. That's absurd for this time. So you think that secondary is going to be able to hold up against Devontae Adams, Alan Lazard, and Scanning in a playoff game? I think not. It's about matchups. So I still got to go with Aaron Rodgers throughout all of that.
So will Aaron Rodgers lead his team deep into the playoffs this year?
Yeah, he's going to go to the NFC Championship and lose like he always does.
Facts.
Just think, the only team he beat. Listen, I'm picking on my own team. Just think about it. The only team he beat was a bad Bears team with an injured starting quarterback who only played the first half. That's who he beat. You know how many NFC Championship game wins he has? The same as Rex Grossman, 1.
It's about matchups, though.
Damn.
It's about matchups. All I'm saying is I gave you the matchup with the Bucs and the Rams. He's going to match up very well against those. Matching up against Seattle the year he lost to him, that secondary with that run game, that would have been a horrible matchup for anybody. That would have been a horrible matchup for Tom Brady. That's a horrible matchup for a lot of people because the game is going to get ugly. Then you got Marshawn Lynch to rely on, and then you got an improviser like who knew where Russell Wilson was going to morph into.
The wizard should be able to do it, though.
It's not.
And I guess he's not the wizard.
He is a wizard, but you're not just going to go against.
I think Harry Potter's stick might be broken.
You're not going to go against football. You're not going to go against the rules of football. and that's one thing. That's one thing that's guaranteed to win it. Then he didn't have that good of receivers going against those high caliber DBs. Right now, if you rewind that with Devontae Adams and revisit that, he beat Seattle with Devontae Adams. Like you're not just finna overlook that. Like he got some pieces right now to do this. That's all I'm saying. He got pieces.
Bama, let's go back to the Rams real quick. You keep telling
closing
me about
thoughts,
this.
Dub. This is your closing thought. No, go ahead.
You keep telling me about the Rams and the Titans beat them off because they run the ball. Bro, they only ran for 60 yards. They didn't run that well. They had a good defensive game. That happens. They had a good defensive game. It wasn't no scheme that they did on the offensive side. That defense, the Rams locked the Tennessee Titans up. It's just the Tennessee Titans locked up the Rams. That's why they lost that. San Francisco, I'm not going to get into that whole San Francisco fiasco because at the end it's a divisional game. I can understand why a loss would happen like that. But, bro, when we're looking at Aaron Rodgers, man, I see the same Aaron Rodgers when he went up against the 49ers. He got destroyed with all the same weapons that you're talking about. He got destroyed because you want to know why? Pressure breaks pipes. They was coming at him.
Let me tell you about matchups. Right now, the way it stands, and I'm gonna make this prediction right now. San Francisco's gonna take over New Orleans for that 7 seed. So you're gonna have Green Bay if it finishes the way it is right now with my switch of San Francisco for New Orleans. Green Bay would have to play San Francisco, who they do not want to face. Then if let's say they win, let's say all the favorites win, then they got Tampa and Arizona. They're not getting through that. Not somewhere along that line, they're not getting through.
And JJ Watt didn't even play against the Arizona. Listen, when Aaron Rodgers faces that pressure, he puts that stupid ass face that he has. My bad. He puts that stupid behind face he has every time. He does that every single time when he's getting pressure.
I wouldn't be surprised if Green Bay loses to San Francisco in the first round.
Okay. Ben,
we got to close it.
Go ahead,
Ben.
You guys' case is rested. Aaron Rodgers is not the wizard. Ben.
Not in the NFC Championship game. Hold on. Let me say this. I said all that great stuff about him because he is. But in the NFC Championship game, he is not. And I'm sorry. The record matchups are you're right. You got to play who's in front of you. His matchups and his stats prove that he's not that guy in the NFC Championship game. Period.
I'm looking at the matchups right now who he has to go against. If it's a year that either the Bucs make it or them Rams make it, those are two. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Those are two matchups he is going to win more than he would lose. If you put these Bucs,
you think he's going to beat the Bucs
back there? They are hurt at. What are you not understanding?
No DBs. They got 7 weeks. You think they beat the Bucs?
7 weeks to go through 7 different DBs. You think it's just going to happen overnight? It takes 8 weeks for a defense to start locking up and get synergy to make a push to the playoffs. So now you just finna think that free agents off of the streets are just finna come in there and then we just finna lock up Aaron Rodgers. I don't see it. I don't see it.
I'm gonna finish off on this. Every time when I see Aaron Rodgers get that pressure applied to him, he folds. And that's what
let me ask you this.
Against those passes versus the Cowboys, that was pressure that made him roll out the pocket and deliver those passes. When they blitzed him off the edge,
don't
he had to roll out that. All I'm saying is that's pressure, though. So
you're saying all 5 of his matchups in the NFC Championship game have just been bad matchups, and that's why his stats are terrible and his record is terrible.
Yeah, because look, you brought up the 49ers. Another team that had a stout defense and a killer run game. They rely off old-fashioned football that never fails. That way of football would never fail. It would never fail. I don't care how many fantasy football forward-focused players and start liking the game. Listen, if I have a run game and a stout defense, I'm going to beat whatever you put in front of me. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You cannot go against the natural rules of football. That is going to beat anybody. The Niners, the Seahawks, if you put that defense with that run game on any team in America, they're going to deliver you a championship. All you need is the quarterback that being said, in the way.
And that being said, you're picking the Chiefs that have no defense and no run game to be in the Super Bowl.
They do have a defense. They just have a potent offense. I just gave. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Y'all do not listen, bro. Y'all don't listen, bro. Y'all don't listen. They're struggling. So the Chiefs is struggling from the Alabama effect. They have a solid defense. They have a really good defense. But when you have a high-powered, potent offense that does not rely on the run game, they rely on the pass. And you got a dude that can. Tyreek Hill just broke records for the most touchdowns over 50 freaking yards. So in my head, you know what that tells me? Those are very quick touchdowns. So if I just get a 3 and out, right? And my quarterback and receiver go out there and throw an 85-yard touchdown. Guess what? After this 3 and out, I got to go back out there. Yes, we just scored, but God dang, bro. They just had 12 plays and we got them off the field just for y'all to score in 16 seconds for me to go back out there. Of course, I'm not going to look as good as somebody like a Tennessee defense where or the Niners defense where they ran 20 plays against the Jaguars this past in the opening drive of the game. They ran the ball. They ran 20 plays to get 3 points. Do y'all realize what that does for a defense? Them boys is over there drinking Gatorade, cool and chill. What's up, Tasha? Yeah, we about to go get in. We about to go. They rested. Of course they finna come out there and play.
LeRon. I'm Bama. He's the other Shaq.
Hey, Bama. I see these Shaqs really got a hold on you. Ben, can we get a closing thought on Aaron Rodgers before we move on to the next topic?
I just know it's the last dance. He gonna get the job done, man. I believe in Rodgers. Bro.
Something tells me we're not done with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
Because just like every other last dance, his girl's gonna leave with somebody else.
Oh,
God bless.
Moving on to our next topic, we will now get into an elite start bench cut. Shout out to my guy Madden Champ. He put this in the comments, and we are fulfilling your request. We got a start bench cut between 3 elite receivers. First is the GOAT, none other than Randy Moss. Next is another GOAT, none other than Terrell Owens. Lastly, we got that boy Megatron. How are we going to do this, fellas? We have Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, and Megatron. Dub, I'm going to start with you.
This is ridiculous.
Nuts.
This is a crazy behind thing, but I guess I'm going to stay safe, what Fluent would say. I'll stay safe with Randy Moss, T.O., and then Megatron. Sadly, I have to cut Megatron.
Ben.
I'm starting Randy Moss. I'm benching Megatron, and I'm cutting T.O.
Ooh.
You had four people was on, I think it was like 2 to 3 people. I think it was one play was on Megatron. Like he's unguardable. Megatron just unguardable. He's big. He's unguardable, man.
Okay. Fluid.
I listen. I saw way too much of Megatron with Chicago playing Detroit twice a year.
Yeah.
However, I think we talked about our Mount Rushmore, I think, a few weeks ago or whatever. And my Mount Rushmore in order is Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Megatron. Those are my 4. So I have to stay true to my 4 and say, I'm starting Randy Moss, I'm benching T.O., and I'm I can't believe I'm cutting Megatron because that's the order that I have them in. So I got to stick to it. But that's tough. Like Megatron's something.
He's unguardable, bro.
I think if Megatron played a full career, I think if Megatron, because listen, he was in Detroit. Things were he had like Barry Sanders syndrome.
Yeah,
he just got tired of playing in Detroit, and he just rather quit. I think if he was on a different team or Detroit had a different history, right? I think he plays a full season, and that's completely flipped. I think he would have been the top one, but based on how they all finished, that's the order for me. There's no beauty is there's no wrong answer in this.
Yeah,
Bama.
We can't hear you.
You muted?
No.
Bama.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah. We hear you now.
How you going? Who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
I'm starting T.O. Man, physical freak. Benching Randy because you got Moss. Come on. And I just got to cut Megatron. Megatron he's good, man. Them other two just walk so he could run almost. But
yeah.
You can't go wrong, but you kind of can, bro. Like just because T.O. and Randy Moss, like that's it's unfair, but
let me ask y'all something.
Especially T.O.
Who do y'all think catches better in traffic out of the three?
In traffic? All of them. I think
T.O.
if I could break it down, right, like we do with Batman his game film, I think T.O. in traffic, Randy Moss at the high point. Like if you're a jump ball is Randy, but in traffic it's T.O. And don't get me, Megatron does both, but just those guys do it like a hair better. Straight cash, homie. Like that's Randy Moss straight cash, homie.
Okay. So everybody started Randy.
No, he started T.O. Bama started T.O.
Started T.O.
Okay.
Yeah. We all cut. I can't believe we all cut Megatron.
Yeah, it's hard, but yeah.
No, didn't you cut T.O.?
Oh yeah, Ben cut T.O.
Did you cut T.O.? You cut T.O.
Ben over here stretching and everything like that happening. We're like, yeah, everybody cut T.O. Ben just sitting here like, I cut T.O.
I think I'm not saying this about Ben, but I think a lot of people give T.O. a bad rap because of the off the field and the whole, get your popcorn ready. But like, ask anybody in the know, ask anybody who's played with him, coached him. T.O.'s a different cat, man. He could go step on a field today and still play.
Workout warrior.
He could step on a field today and
that man ran a 4.4 at 45. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, T.O. was, for all his hoopla and off the field stuff, he was special.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to be third in receiving after having a drop problem, quote unquote, I don't think he dropped the ball that much, but that's ridiculous too. He's like third in every category, second or third.
Got you.
Lights went out in Dubtown.
Yeah. We're gonna go into our next topic over here. We got the current NFL MVP odds. We got Tom Brady, number 1, Josh Allen, number 2, Aaron Rodgers, number 3, Stafford, number 4, Dak Prescott, number 5, and Pat Mahomes, number 6. Who y'all got? Are these right or are these wrong? You guys got any adjustments to make? Anybody?
Josh Allen shouldn't be there that high. He's too high. But if you're asking who's gonna win, I think Tom Brady wins it. And I think part of it is, people are going to look at it and say, at his age, he's going to get that now. At his age, at what he's doing, so he gets that little extra. I think extra juice.
A little cherry on top.
Yeah.
Okay, Ben, what do you think? And hold on, wait. Why don't you think Josh Allen should be on there? And keep in mind, he's actually number 2. And these are the MVP odds as of yesterday.
I don't think. Yeah, sorry, I corrected myself. Not that he shouldn't be there. I don't think he should be number 2. I think that's a little high. Yeah.
Ben, how you think?
I think Josh Allen, like you said, a little too high. I think, and then I'll move Stafford down a little bit because he's been selling games. He has been selling some games. But in the MVP, it's either going to be Brady or Rodgers, in my opinion.
Okay.
Brady
so, of course, Rodgers, son.
Yes, sir.
All right, Bama.
I'll move up Rodgers to 2. I'll probably bump down Allen a little bit, put Kyler Murray up in there for as an MVP. I know he's been hurt, but Dak Prescott been hurt too. So yeah, but
Mahomes should be high too. He should be high.
Do you think he will climb this list? Keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, the Chiefs do have kind of a lighter schedule to end the season.
Yeah.
Okay, Doug, what you think about this? Crazy list or no?
I got Josh Allen is definitely way too high. I don't think Matthew Stafford should be put down just because of like 2 bad games. Because we look at it, a lot of these quarterbacks have like 2 bad games in their season. So I'm not moving Stafford down. I think Stafford's where he belongs. Josh Allen needs to go all the way down because the Bills been looking really suspect lately. Other than that, Tom Brady, bro, he's been the most consistent one throughout the whole entire season. I know, he brought up his Fluent brought up the age and everything, but man, Tom Brady's been very consistent the whole entire year. So you just gotta give your hats off to Tom Brady, man.
Okay. All right, so we will continue to move along, keep trucking along. Another first down that we will hit, and we have to talk about him. We must. We can't go a show without talking about Bama's guy, Butter Mayfield.
Butter, my boy Butters.
And so the Browns beat the Lions, but only by 3 points. How do we feel about the Browns? And is it time for it this offseason? Do they need to just look a separate way? Fluent. Do they need to just part ties?
They should have done it before the season, like I told them to. And I'll say it again. I'm glad that everybody's finally coming on board to Baker Mayfield is the worst quarterback in the NFL. They're a quarterback away from being a legit Super Bowl contender. You can't have you need a quarterback. This league, you need a quarterback who can stabilize your team, who can pull you out when you're having a bad game. He's not that guy. And complaining about fans booing or whatever, dude, you play like, you know what? You deserve to get booed. I'm sorry. Like Detroit, listen, I picked Detroit. I took Detroit with the points and I went a little crazy and I said they might even win. Listen, if it wasn't for Detroit being Detroit, they probably should have won that game. And I blame it on Baker Mayfield. I think everyone's coming around to my thinking.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield is not the guy that's going to take your team to a Super Bowl, period.
Dub, you seem like you got a counter argument to that.
Well, nah. I mean, you almost made me curse again. Nah, bro. I agree 100%. I mean, Baker's done, bro. He's trash. He's set up for success and he's not being successful. Get out of here, especially against the Lions.
Yeah.
You only won by 3 points. Their defense is terrible. It's like Chubb ran for 130 yards. What the hell did you do? Nothing.
Bama? Butter Mayfield. Talk to us.
Butter is the one person that makes me want Jalen Hurts. Like if I had, I'm for real, dog. Like I'll be looking at Jalen, bro. We will run Navy offense, bro, for you. Like just save me from this.
Yo,
like Butter Mayfield reminds me of Uncle Rico. Like that's who he reminds me of, an old boy from Blue Mountain State with that weak release. He's just trash, bro. Like I don't know. That's what I think. Lincoln Riley should be an NFL coach at this point for helping that dude win the Heisman. That boy worked wonders over there with them trash QBs and making them look good because there's no way Baker Mayfield should have been a first round draft pick. There's no way. There's no way.
Ben, how you feel about the Browns and Mr. Mayfield?
Y'all ready for this?
Oh boy, I don't think so.
If I recall, you had a hot take coming, so I'm just gonna sit back. Talk to us.
I'm not saying Baker's trash. I think he's average. He all right. Y'all got to think about it. Like he been had 3 injuries and still playing this year. Also, he had 3 to 4 different coaches in Cleveland. and all that type stuff. But and then it the Browns sent Baker Mayfield sent this team to the playoffs last year. The same dude, he sent them to the playoffs last year. I don't think they should part ways with him. I don't think so. Not yet.
Well, just one thing that stuck out behind that playoff run, they went from throwing the ball 30 times to 20 times, and they went from rushing Nick Chubb to 12 to 15 carries, then bumped it up to 20 to 25 carries. So I wouldn't really sit there and be like, Baker led them. I would just be like, they made sure that Baker couldn't lose the game for him.
And that's what they do. That's what they do to be successful. They have to mask their weaknesses, and that's a weakness, bro. Baker's just not that guy. I'd rather no cap. I might rather have Case Keenum be my quarterback.
I think the offense is better with Case Keenum.
Bro, it's like
I think the better. Just think about this too. You said first round pick. No. Baker was the first overall pick, ahead of Lamar. Now I get it. Lamar Jackson went early in the second round, but Lamar Jackson last at the end of the first round. Yeah. But Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. I know we just picked on Josh Allen, but I'd rather have both of those guys later in the draft than Baker at 1.
Okay, so the Browns play the Ravens their next 2 games. They play them this week, then they have a bye week, and then they come back and play them again at home. What do we see coming from the Browns? Is that 2 losses in a row? And does that they're at 6-5 now? Do they lose 2 in a row and go to 6-7? And now they can just kiss their season goodbye? Whoever wants to take it.
Okay.
Talk to me. How you guys feel?
You know how hard it is to judge games, bro? Like, it's hard. This is hard as hell.
Oh, I'll say it.
I'm just asking.
I'll do it. They lose back to the Ravens. They lose back to the Ravens.
Yeah.
Waiting.
Yeah, they lose. But what? If it's one quarterback that can lose back to back to back, it's Butter Mayfield. Like, what?
Yeah, they definitely
back to back.
And then they got Green Bay too.
Listen, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. And when they fall out of the playoffs, and everyone's going to go, oh, okay, typical Browns, right? They're going to lose back-to-back to the Ravens. They're going to beat the Raiders because they're just in a free fall. And then they're going to lose back-to-back to the Packers and Steelers. And then they're going to pack up their stuff. That's it. Okay. Oh, wait. And then they got the Bengals to end the season. And Case Keenum comes in and wins that game.
Okay.
There, you want my crystal ball? There's my crystal ball.
Oh, my God.
Because now Baker Mayfield, oh, well, I'm hurt. Well, if you're hurt, dude, don't play. If you're hurt, don't play.
Fire.
All right. So... something tells me once again that we'll address this at another episode. And, in the future, I want to actually get into what you guys think the Browns should do this offseason, how they should address that. But we'll get to that in a further segment. Now, we're going to wrap our show up today with the top 5 secondaries in the league.
Lewin, this is a topic that you definitely wanted to talk about. So, you get to start this off. You remember you was the one that brought this topic up.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, then let me go last. I want to hear what you guys have. No. Let me go last. Yeah, let me go last. We'll let you I don't remember that. Did I? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ben, go ahead. Start us off.
All right. Number 1, I got the Patriots. I got Patriots at 1. I got Broncos 2. I got Dolphins 3 because Xavier Howard, Logan Ryan, they've been doing their thing. 4, I got the Saints, and 5, I got the Rams.
Okay.
Rams at 5.
Bama, how's your top 5 looking?
I mean, none of it matters. Go Rams. They got the best secondary. I mean, right now, outside of, I think they got the best secondary right now with Rams. Even though they got a few pieces that are missing, I'm still going Jalen, bro. Then I'm gonna go Bill Belichick. Even though he just got no name players really balling out their mind. And they got an old McCourty. McCourty getting older, dog. Like, so the fact that he's still playing this high level he's playing, I'm gonna go them. Then my next secondary, I'm gonna go the Panthers, dog. Like they could if they could put they got a nice secondary. The offense is just a lot of questions over there, but they secondary is where it need to be. Bills also got a solid secondary. And then round up my 5, dog. I don't know, dog. I'll probably say the Cardinals.
Okay. Solid list.
Even though the Bills have a weak front seven, I think that they have a good secondary. So I'm definitely gonna put the Bills up there. I'm gonna put the Ravens up there as well.
Is this in a particular order?
Your top five. Top five.
Yeah, my top five. I mean,
no particular
I'll say
order.
one.
Just
One and two, I think, is the Bills and Ravens for me.
Okay.
Then honestly, I know the team has been trash. I love the Miami Dolphins secondary. Who else? Miami Dolphins. I like the Green Bay Packers as well. I love the Green Bay Packers secondary as well. And then the last one. You said the Cardinals?
You did.
I'm stuck between. Nah, I wouldn't give it to the Cardinals. I think the Rams have a better secondary than the Cardinals. Give it to the Rams.
Okay. Fluent. Round us out.
I got the Patriots, the Rams, the Ravens, the Panthers, and then the Bills.
Okay. Any discrepancies among anybody? Does anybody want to pick on anybody else's list?
It's like why you got the why are you so convinced on the Patriots, man? Like, yo, I don't got them as the number one secondary in the league.
It's because it's less about the players and more about the scheme, right? Like I'm not saying they're the most talented secondary in football. I'm saying the scheme sets them up to be the most successful.
And they playing team ball.
Yeah. And that's more important. Listen, take it from a guy who knows that has a terrible secondary in Chicago. How many plays have you seen guys where there isn't a DB within 10, 15 yards of them and they're walking into the end zone? That's about scheme, right? And communication. And that comes from coaching, right? Which is why the Bears coaching staff should get fired, because you've probably not seen.
Is that true that Nagy, they told him he'll be able to clock out after?
No, I wish. It's not true. It's not true.
Is it not?
It's not true.
Well, I wouldn't have came into work. They said, yeah, we'll.
No, yeah. Why would you say, hey, coach? Why would they? Now, listen. I know we didn't. This isn't on the docket, but let me say this: I'm okay with at the Bulls game, Chicago fans, especially when they're getting smoked by the Pacers, Bulls fans chanting "Fire Nagy." I'm cool with that. But I'll say this: as a people, as a human race, to chant "Fire Nagy" at his son's high school football game, I think that's a little off. I get it, you're fans, but I think that's a little much. I think it's a little much. I get it. But yeah, no, they didn't tell him come and coach Thanksgiving game and then be gone. Like listen, in 101 years, the McCaskies have never fired a head coach in season. It's not happening. I wish it would. It's not happening.
I want to get back to this Patriots because honestly, y'all gonna make me have to say that the Patriots defense is overrated, because the way that you guys are looking at the defense is crazy to me. It really is. Okay. Like, it really is. They haven't faced a pass happy team like that at all this season. They had the Cowboys and they also had the Chargers, and I believe they had the Bucks as well. And all those games, they was throwing that ball easily.
They wasn't throwing the ball.
They weren't, but it also takes 7 to 8 weeks, like Bama said, to get your defensive unit, get that cohesion.
And they made them have multiple turnovers.
They're just hitting their stride. And when they beat the Chiefs and go to the Super Bowl and win, remember this day.
Wait. Yes. You gonna sit here and say they wasn't throwing the ball when Dak Prescott had 400 yards? Are you crazy?
No, I said they take 7 weeks to get 7 to 8 weeks to get there.
I understand that completely, but to sit here and put them at number one for me is crazy to me, because bro, they've been looking good.
Who did you have number one?
Hold on,
who did you have number one?
I had the Bills.
Oh, I thought you didn't put any order. You had the Bills number one?
No, I said 1 and 2 for me was the Bills and the Ravens. Yeah, because the Bills, I mean, listen, the weakness is their front seven. We all know that. When it comes to that pass attack, they make it very difficult for guys to pass on them, which is why they have to lean on that run to beat the Bills. But, bro, I'm telling you, man, like the Patriots, bro, like I know they're hitting their strides and everything, but let's acknowledge who they face. They face the Browns team with not a good passing attack. They face, who did they just beat? The Atlanta Falcons? Yeah, with no Calvin Ridley. Yeah, bro. I'm not hearing it. I'm just not hearing it at all. And they also face the Jets as well. Like, I'm sorry, I can't put them at number 1. I can't even put them in my top 5 yet. I just need to see
Who, the
more.
Patriots?
Yeah, as
Well,
a top 5 secondary.
I thought you was talking about team in general. So I'm
We'll talk about team in
transition.
general. I could get into team in general as well. Like, yo, y'all wild to me. Like, y'all guys is really wild saying that they can make it out the AFC Championship. Like, seriously.
They got the greatest coach. They got the greatest coach to ever play a game, Bill Belichick, man.
Dub, with this being said, we're going to end the episode on this note. The Patriots are on a 5-game winning streak. The Chiefs are on a 4-game winning streak. They're both 7-4, and they're both primed to maybe get a first-round bye. And so with that being said, I also want to just say the Patriots are also undefeated on the road as well, for what it's worth.
Okay.
They also lead the league in interceptions, which comes from their secondary.
Absolutely right, but bro.
So you don't have the team with the most interceptions in your top 5.
Numbers lie, stats lie sometimes, and we have to acknowledge that. Just because a team statistically has all these numbers, I'm not gonna say yeah they have to be, because bro, at the end of the day, we have to acknowledge who they face. We have to put context behind the stats.
You're right. Stats and wins tell the story.
You threw that as a shot to Aaron Rodgers. I love that. I really love that. That's why I didn't even feel like arguing that point at all, because I'm like, you know what? I liked it. I said, let's end it on that. That sounded pretty good.
All right.
Okay, Bama, any closing remarks?
Good. Y'all already know. Y'all mess with me. Ground Zero TV, Scam Thanos, on my socials. But see y'all next Tuesday.
See y'all next Tuesday.
Fluent. Close us out. What you got to say?
You know
sponsorships.
What's that?
I said sponsorships.
No, I'm gonna leave the sponsorships for this week and just say sports_fluent, IG, Twitter, TikTok. Come check me out. You'll see all the sponsorships there. We do have, I will say this. We do have a very exciting partnership coming up. So I'll give you guys on Player's Choice a sneak peek. Current Future Millionaire and I are partnering to do some good stuff in the community. We'll be selling some e-bikes. They're tight. Go check them out at Current Future Millionaire, coming soon to Sports Flow.
Guys, stay on the lookout for that. Ben?
Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, BBen923. Got a podcast coming up the 1st of January, New Year. Stay tuned with that. Coming soon.
Tough.
That's my B-Day, so I have to tune in.
New Year's Day?
Yeah.
Your New Year's Day, baby?
Yep.
All right.
What a lit day. What a lit day.
Was it like at 12? Was it like at 12:01 a.m.?
Yeah, like 03.
For real?
For real?
Yeah, so
for real?
Yeah.
Talk about some fireworks.
Damn.
Yeah. My brother on the 2nd. He older, 9 years older, but he January 2nd. So
okay.
My parents timed it around the same time all the time.
Doug.
They had a fun March break.
Yeah.
Doug.
What's up?
Send us home.
God bless. All right. Listen, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay good out there, man. Thank you guys for showing love. Thank y'all for showing up. If you guys watching on YouTube, just do us a favor, like and subscribe. You might as well. You're watching the video anyway, which means you like what you see. You love it. Show love. Subscribe. Like, I sound just like a YouTuber. I don't like it like that. But definitely join us on Clubhouse, man. Thursday night, we're going to talk on Clubhouse. We start 10 p.m. Eastern time. Monday nights as well at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Definitely tune in for basketball talks. Follow these guys here on their platforms, man. Scam Thanos, B-Ben, Force Fluent, Ron, Gatekeeper. Dapper Daniels, he on TikTok. So.
And follow Player's Choice Gridiron on TikTok.
Exactly.
Follow Player's Choice Gridiron.
That's what I was going to get to next.
Yes, sir.
Follow on all platforms, especially the TikTok. Follow, watch, comment, but also same thing for Instagram. Catch us on there too. And if you have watched this far, just like Dub was saying, we love you. Okay, we love you. And on that note, happy Thanksgiving. We will see you next week. Shout out Butter Mayfield. Shout out Patty with the good hair. Shout out all of y'all.
Becky.
All right, y'all. We out.
Garbs efficient. I'm coming for you.